Hi, my name is Kirsten Dodson, and I will be providing a brief overview of our article in the special issue in Advances in Engineering Education on Impact-Focused Engineering Education, titled The Peugeot Center Model and Mentoring, Explored Through a Case Study of the Design and Installation of a Potable Water System in Guatemala with ADICAY. I'd like to thank all the other authors on this paper for their work: Daniela Baugh, Avery Rowland, Sarah Edmonds, and Hannah Pinson York. If you'd like more information about this paper, I'd be happy to answer your questions by email. Over the past 17 years, the Peugeot Center for Engineering Service and Developing Communities at Lipscomb University has built a sustainable model that ensures lasting success for each project. It is one of its kind in its mission to serve and impact engineering students, professionals, and communities in comparison to similar service learning or humanitarian engineering programs. This article describes the model and mentoring employed by the Peugeot Center with supporting examples from a recent project. The case study details a potable water system that was designed and built in partnership with ADICAY, a Guatemalan organization. Readers and practitioners are encouraged to review the recommendation provided in the paper to build a strong, sustainable, and highly impactful program. The Peugeot Center model reflects the cyclical engineering design process with two important additions: mentoring and building trust. Mentoring is a significant part of the model and provides a background for all projects completed through the Peugeot Center. Students receive technical mentoring from engineering professionals, whereas communities provide cross-cultural mentoring for both students and professionals. The Peugeot Center staff and partnering organization participate in collaborative mentoring, where a healthy exchange of feedback and guidance create a level and trusting relationship. Building trust starts with a mutual vetting process between the Peugeot Center and partnering organization. The Peugeot Center first meets with the potential partner to ensure a shared commitment to serve and empower the local community. Long-term relationships with partners allow for maximum effectiveness and impact. In 2014, the Peugeot Center met with ADICAY to discuss a partnership, examine each other's practices, and agree upon mutual goals. ADICAY's continued trust with Mayan communities was a major factor in solidifying the partnership. Trust between ADICAY and the Peugeot Center has grown deeper through the successful completion of 5 community development projects. Project assessment begins when the Peugeot Center receives a project request with a documented need for a community. The Peugeot Center staff will lean heavily on the expertise of professionals and the partner to examine the risk, cost, impact, and scope of projects. It is also important that the projects are challenging for students, but simple enough that the task delegation to students is feasible. In May 2017, ADICAY and the Peugeot Center sent a small team to meet with a group of communities with high levels of waterborne illness to assess project feasibility and scope. After this visit, Setsima was the first community to make a formal request for a potable water system, which was then approved by ADICAY and the Peugeot Center. Teams are formed by the Peugeot Center and typically include a technical mentor who's focused on project tasks, a team leader who's focused on logistical tasks, and about 6 to 8 students. Before stepping into these roles, technical mentors and team leaders are required to shadow and be mentored by an existing leader and complete training led by the Peugeot Center staff. For the Setsima Water Project, 10 students across 2 teams, 1 technical mentor, a professional water engineer, 2 team leaders, and 1 leader in training supported the design and installation alongside ADICAY. The leader in training now serves as a regular team leader for the Peugeot Center. Thus, the model provides sustainable leadership in the program. Project completion is highly unique to each project and community, but falls under the responsibility of the technical mentor and team leader with support from Peugeot Center staff. Students participate in the technical design and hands-on implementation alongside the partner and community members. This provides for a natural combination of technical and cross-cultural mentoring, as well as critical thinking to consider the complex socio-technical factors for projects. For the Setsima Water projects, Students supported the site surveys, hydraulic modeling, and on-site construction with guidance from the technical mentor and ADICAY. Long-term evaluation requires continued site visits and communication between the Peugeot Center and partner. Engineering projects have long-term effects that can impact business, education, environment, and health in the community. A health clinic held before and after installation of the water system in Setsima showed a drop in waterborne illness diagnoses from 40% in 2018 to 11% in 2019. The community members also mentioned increased school attendance and stable finances in the newly assembled water committee. Over the years, the Peugeot Center has learned many lessons from firsthand experience, but also from similar programs who have encountered the same obstacles and challenges. To provide meaningful and sustainable impact, service learning and humanitarian engineering programs must focus on significant community impact by relying on trusting partnerships, mentoring relationships, and responsible project selection and completion. Thank you for your time, and I encourage you to read our full paper here in the special issue of AEE on impact-focused engineering education.